G'day, bloody dickheads, the vaping fucking bogan back once again. How the fuck are you? Hope you're all doing good as bloody gold. Got myself an RDA. It's not particularly new. It's been out for a little while. The Mad Dog RDA. There you go. Have a look at that. So look, apologies, cunts, if you think this is old news. I know it's been out for a good few months now, but you know, good things come to those who wait. You know, you got to fucking, you got to tell the cunts about the good stuff. And this is a pretty nice little RDA. It's got a 2-post kind of velocity, but on the horizontal type design. So if you're familiar with things like the Glacier 3 from Vapor's Cloud, it's got the 2 posts, but 4 holes vertically across the deck, gold plated. It's got some interesting airflow going on. This isn't the drip tip that it comes with. If you're wondering, cunts, little custom thing from China. Sitting atop the Oomph V2 from JMod's box builds. But anyway, dickheads, look, people have been asking me about it. I thought, you know, fuck it, it is a bit old, but let's get a review up for it. So the Mad Dog, let's have a vape. Got her going at about 3 volts, 0.11 ohm coils from Vape Cloud Revolution, sort of say. Plenty of fucking clouds, as you can see. Vapor production, not a fucking issue. Deep juice well, definitely great for the vapor enthusiast, but also pretty tasty on the flavor. Before we talk any more about that, let's talk a quick bit about advocacy. As you know, cunts, there are various organizations, governments trying to take away these products or restrict them from people like yourself, and most importantly, those that haven't even fucking discovered them yet. So please go to the description below this video, have a look at the advocacy section, do your bit. There's some stuff about the FDA in the United States. There's a whole bunch of shit down there about 3 fuckwit politicians in my own state here in South Australia that need an email. Doesn't matter where you are, fucking tell these cunts to have a look at the Royal College of Physicians. And if you're anywhere else that I haven't mentioned, if you're in the UK or Europe and you haven't done anything, get involved with some of your advocacy groups, write your representatives, because there are some disgusting regulations coming in all over the place. Unlike New Zealand, thumbs up to you cunts, well fucking done. All right, Bevo time. As always, doing a video. If you don't like beer, well, fucking skip ahead. I've got one here. It was sent to me from a viewer and a vendor, Liam. So fucking cheers, cunt. Shout out to you, sir. This is a delicious Brewdog Elvis Juice Grapefruit Infused IPA. I've had it before, and it's very nice. 6.5%. Yeah, it's an IPA with grapefruit in it. Let's not spend too much fucking time chit-chatting. Let's get a drinking. Oh, there you go. A nice reddy complexion to it. Fairly clear. Not a lot of murkiness to it. Very, very sort of reddy. If you want to know about this glass, cunts, there's a little information in the description about this special IPA glass from Spiegelau Glass. Really enhances your IPA beers. Anyway, dickheads. Fuck, I do love this beer. It is a delicious, delicious beer. You can really smell the grapefruit. And this one smells even better than the ones that I've had down here in Australia. I guess maybe because it was sent to me directly from Liam, who's actually in the UK, pretty fucking, you know, close to Scotland, which is where Brewdog actually brew these. This smells a lot more grapefruity and a lot fresher than some of the canned stuff that I've had here in Australia. So maybe that goes to show that the old boat ride and months in a warehouse definitely do have an impact on a beer, because this one smells really fucking grapefruity. Oh, wow, that is so much better than the fucking the bottles that I've picked up from down here. I think I've had it canned a couple of times, and this is just... It's so delicious. It's got a really nice sort of tang of an IPA, but it's not crazy on the hops. It's almost got a little bit more of a sourness, and the grapefruit is incredible. It is really fucking nice mix there of the bitter hoppiness and the sort of sour grapefruit flavors. That is fucking top notch. Let's pair up with a juice. I'm vaping on some Orgasmo from Flavor Ho. Flavor Ho. There you go. Fucking Flavor Ho. There's the bottle. Yeah, Flavor Ho. Orgasmo. It's an ice cream sherbet. It's pretty tasty, I have to say. We'll see how it goes with the grapefruit IPA. That's really working well. you have a vape and you get, you know, that sherbety ice cream sort of flavor, and then you have a sip of the beer and you're left with that grapefruit taste on your tongue, and the two mix just beautifully together. Yeah, that's a fucking beautiful pairing. Ice cream sherbet, and then grapefruit IPA, and you get the fucking sherbet, you drink your beer, and then you get the fucking grapefruit. That's beautiful. That is bloody beautiful. Anyway, cunts, enough fucking shit chat. Let's get into the up and bloody close. Let's have a little gander at the fucking Mad Dog, and then we'll jump back up and give you the pros, the cons, the price, and all the other fucking hoo-ha. All fucking righty, kids. So here we go with the Mad Dog. This is a pretty simple sort of packaging they got going on here. That's what's in the box. Let's fucking open her up. There we go. There's the RDA. I've got the black version. It does come in a bunch of different fucking colors, blue and gold, and I think there's like red and shit as well. To double check that. Underneath the packaging, you got yourself a bag of spares. You got yourself some more sort of grub screws. Stainless steel by the looks of it, and then you've also got these nice big beefy flatheads, which I fucking wish I knew they were in there when I fucking built the cunt. I would have put the flatheads in, because I love me flathead screws. So really nice in the option department there, and obviously a Allen key tool as well. Alright, so here is the Mad Dog. I'm a bit late to the fucking party, cunts, but better late than never. It is an aluminium or alloy type, construction on the barrel here. You got this nice Ultim drip tip up the top there with Desire written on it. Nice wide bore. Now that drip tip is the same as your Goon and Kennedy drip tip. So you got the O-ring on the inside there. You will be able to run your, custom drip tips in the same Goon and Kennedy size. It also comes with this neat little Ultim base as well. So this is great for obviously preventing heat being transferred through to your mod, but also stops the top of your mod getting scratched up by the bottom of your RD fucking A. And there you go, gold plated deck and base, gold plated 510, Mad Dog engraving, a serial number there. And the 510 pin, is it adjustable? Let's fucking have a quick squiz. Unfortunately, the 510 pin is not adjustable. If you start to unscrew that, you will loosen off your positive post. And for me, it's too short to use on a hybrid. There's not enough distance there between the outer ring and the center pin there, so I would not be fucking using this on a hybrid mech mod. A little disappointing, but anyway, there's your fucking deck, cunts, all covered in gold. The posts are pretty much identical to what you've got on things like the Glacier 3 from Vapor's Cloud. You've got 4 holes in a row, 2 posts, positive, negative, and yeah, you're just slotting your holes in there. What I've done is go for the further side out for my upper leg, so I've got plenty of room for the cotton to go in there, and I've got shitloads of room for cotton to go in there. So nothing new in the deck department, but a very, very effective and simple, easy way to build. Because your posts are clamping down onto the coils, you can use your nice big flat aliens and not worry about twisting the lead as your bolt comes down. Now the coils I've got in here are my favorite. For RDAs. So these are Game Over Mans from Cloud Revolution. Fucking shout out to Andrew Gooley. They're 26 gauge triple core N80 with a 36 gauge N80 wrap, 3mm inner diameter, comes out around about 0.11 fucking ohms. Now that juice well, let's check out how fucking deep that little cunt is. Now, at its deepest point, we're looking at 8.55mm deep. So it is a very, very deep juice well when you're at the very fucking bottom, if you can see down there. But you have got your posts sort of on a big plate sort of through the middle there, so you're not going to get the same depth in the middle of the RDA. So very deep, definitely holds a shitload of juice. And this airflow, let's have a quick chat about the airflow and the way that works. Now, it's simple in its design in that the airflow on the actual base is what sort of adjusts with the top cap. So as I fucking turn it, if I can get it to fucking grip, maybe we'll screw it onto a bloody mod. That might be an idea. So as I turn the top cap, the base of the RDA is actually adjusting the airflow. And that is on a bit of an angle as well. So they've sort of angled the airflow upwards to kind of point it directly up to your coils, which is definitely, I suppose, a good idea. I'm not too sure whether it's really making a huge difference. It does have some good flavour, so I guess maybe it is. One thing I will point out is if your juice gets up to that edge there of the barrel of your fucking well, and you overfill it, it very quickly fucking runs out because you got this angle here. So there's some pros to it, but also I suppose a little bit of a con in that once you've overfilled your well, it will very quickly fucking just run straight out. I think that's about it, dickheads. I forgot to mention earlier, it's 24 millimeters in diameter, and that is about it, I think, in terms of the ins and outs of the Mad Dog. Let's jump back up top. Let's give you the pros, the cons, the price, and everything fucking else. So there you fucking go, dickheads. A belated up-close time with the Desire Mad Dog. And as you can see, you know, it's a pretty tidy little fucking RDA. You can see why it's so popular. You can see why people are fucking enjoying it. It's got a bunch of good stuff going on there. And it's a tasty fucking vape. Loads and loads of fucking build space, deep as fuck juice well, heaps of fucking airflow, takes the Kennedy drip tips. You know, it's got all the things you fucking want. And the flavour and clouds are pretty damn good. I have to say, I've really enjoyed the flavour off this RDA. It's a good balance of flavour and clouds. I like something that gives me lots of airflow, has a deep juice well, gives me plenty of fucking clouds. But I don't want something to skimp on the fucking flavour. And this cunt here has got a really decent fucking mix of both. But let's talk about the pros and the fucking cons, cunts. So the things that I do fucking like about this is it is 24 millimeters in diameter. I like that. I like the deep fucking juice well and the gold-plated fucking deck. I like the post design. You know, it's been done before in things like the Glacier 3 and a number of other RDAs, but it's great because it gives you a good central sort of point for your coils. It's easy to kind of center them. The vertical clamp system on all 4 of the post holes means that you don't have to fucking worry about twisting your flat set of Clapton wires, so that's definitely a pro for me. The airflow, lots of fucking airflow, but good on flavor, I suppose, because of that sort of vertical action they've got going on there, directing them sort of up underneath the coils, similar to, you know, something that Advocate have done in the past. I forget which RDA it was, the Zig, I think. What else do I like about it? Griffin, you know, 510, not Griffin 510, Griffin, Kennedy, Goon, TFV8 size drip tip. That's always a pro for me. Custom drip tips fitting in there. Build quality, it's got good build quality. I definitely like what they've done there in terms of the fit and fucking finish. Yeah. It's an all-round good fucking performer. Let's talk about the things that might be slightly lacking in this one. The non-adjustable 510 pin is always a bit of a niggle little for me. I like to see something that I can adjust and run on a hybrid safely. Mine, definitely not protruding enough for hybrid mods. So, yeah, look, I've always got to throw that in there. Would like to use this on a hybrid. I don't feel comfortable. Aluminium top cap. It's not a deal breaker, but I much prefer a stainless steel, brass, or something, you know, a little bit more dense in material because it just really helps with heat transfer. This one here hasn't got particularly hot on me, but I do prefer to see something other than aluminium used as the barrel on an RDA. So that for me is a little bit of a con. It's got a fairly long 510 pin, so I have found it to give me a little bit of a gap on some mods, but not a big thing, nothing massive to point out. Just the airflow, that angled airflow design is great for flavor. I think, you know, definitely adds to the sort of flavor, but if you do overfill it, it does very quickly run out or run down that diagonal sort of slot there. So little con there, but again, you know, not a deal breaker. It's just something, I suppose, a factor with the airflow design that they've got going on. Other than that, it's a really good little performer. There's no major cons. There isn't anything groundbreakingly different about this RDA to a lot of others out there. It's not trying to be particularly new and fancy. It's just a solid fucking performer. At a great fucking price. So let's talk about the price tickets. What's it going to fucking cost you? Where did it come from? This one here was sent to me from a bloke by the name of Lee. He runs European Vaping Supplies in, I think they're based in the UK, but they service obviously the whole of Europe. And they are selling these for 27 fucking pounds. pretty fucking affordable. The old 27 pounder. For the rest of Europe, that is around about 32 euros. So it's pretty fucking cheap wherever you are in the continent. And you can't really argue with what they're charging there for this one. It's a pretty damn good price for a pretty damn good performer. So I'll put some links in the description to European vaping supplies if you want to pick one of these cunts up. I certainly recommend them. Dealt a lot with Lee and his company, and they're a fucking top-notch mob. Yeah. I don't know whether there's a whole lot more to say on this one. You know, the Mad Dog, a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people love it. It's been a pretty popular RDA, and I can see why. It's a solid performer at a very cheap price. It's not doing anything dramatically different to a lot of other RDAs out there, but it's got good build quality. It's got great performance for both flavor and clouds, deep juice well, gold-plated deck. You know, it's got a bunch of good stuff there. So do with that what you fucking will, cunts. I'll obviously include the usual links in the description to my Instagram and Facebook if you want to check out what I'm doing on a more day-to-day sort of basis. Always nice to interact with you, cunts. Excuse me, why? I'll obviously include the links to the advocacy side of things, so please do your bit there. And if you want to support the channel, there's a few things you can do there. You can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe button. They're both fucking free, and they help me out. Make sure if you want to see notifications properly, go to the little subscription button and turn on the notifications. You go to this little bell thing, turn them on, because YouTube are a bunch of fucking wankers, and people are not getting notified. If you really feel what I'm doing is worthy of some proper fucking support, then you can always hit up my Bogan Brews and sub-home your dick off with some of my own juice. Link to that in the description, or pledge a couple of bucks each month via Patreon. Always appreciated. Keep me doing what I'm doing independently. Fucking cheers. And a big thanks to all those that are already fucking Patreon supporters. Lovely, lovely stuff. So I think that's about it, dickheads. Time to get the fuck out of here. Finish our bevo. Fucking cheers to Liam for this lovely drop. Probably the best grapefruit beer I've had. The Scots doing it fucking right. Anyway, dickheads, above all, stay off the bloody stinkies. That's what we're here for. Doesn't matter what you got, whether it's a fancy new little cheap RDA or, you know, the old banger you've had for years. As long as you're not fucking punching those durries, that is all that matters. Sub-home your fucking dicks off, though. Sub-home your fucking tits off for the Sheilas. And we'll be back very fucking soon with plenty more goodies. Cheers for tuning in. Cheerio.